Joining us on the platform is Ambassador Deepak Vohra, former diplomat. Also with us on the show is Sumit Veer, political commentator. Colonel S.S. Sodhi, defense expert, is also here with us. Major Mohommed Shah, defense expert, also joining us on the program. Last but by no means the least, Mr. Sanjeev Srivastava, foreign affairs expert, is also here with us to talk about what is really happening in Eastern Europe at this point in time. Major Mohommed Shah with us on the broadcast as well, along with our other renowned panelists. Ali, before the war actually broke out, there were telltale signs that Russia was concerned about the Donetsk area, they were concerned about the Luhansk area. They were in fact in solidarity with the rebels who were fighting for their freedom. But with the kind of advances that we have seen, Ali, with the kind of aggression and, apathy for life that we have seen, it is really seeming that Putin just needed a pretext to conquer Ukraine.
Well, in a way, yes. Also, we all know that he didn't actually really mean to, he didn't want to actually annex Ukraine, make it under him. He just wanted to put a dummy government, and he is going to change the government probably and the constitution, and he is going to put a government which is in his favor. Now, the writing on the wall was very clear from day one that there is going to be bloodshed, there is going to be a bloodbath over there, and further on, because none of them, Putin is not budging, and world is considering Putin to be a bully, and nobody will like a bully, just like how China is. But no, the comparison would be very wrong.
All right, Indian students being flown in hordes back at the Indira Gandhi International Airport. That flight had just come in from Bucharest. Major Mohommed Shah, continue from where you left off, please.
So the world would see Putin as bully, and they would say that Ukraine is within the right to fight for their integrity and sovereignty. But they do not understand the main thing, the background. There are a lot of people. In fact, yesterday I got into an argument with somebody who was making out Zelensky to be a hero, and he was saying no, he's well within his right. I was trying to reason out, how is he a good leader? You tell me he is only leading his entire country to death, and there's going to be a bloodbath. So how is he a good leader? And as Ambassador Deepak rightly pointed out that when he said that okay, veto should be revoked from Russia, and everybody was like was nodding their heads as if their heads are going to fall off. So I mean, I don't know. In fact, Western channels, without naming the channels, Western channels which America, UK is controlling, in fact, you have to understand one thing. Leave alone propaganda. I will not even get there. Okay, that might sound too far-fetched, but it's common sense for every single child. What will they propagate? They are not happy with Russia, so they will obviously present and project rather than Putin as a bully, as a villain. And it's human psychology that the sympathy will go with the underdog, right? So here, Zelensky obviously would be made a hero, and people who actually fall to that are the ones who actually do not know anything about history beneath. I can vouch with conviction. They do not know the background. So it's very important to understand the background. It's very important to read history. It's very important to actually understand the pulse. When two people fight, it's not that one person's for, you have to look at the coin always has two sides. It never has one side. So if you take a very balanced view and see, I would say both are wrong. Both are wrong. When rather than Putin, until the time he went for the attack, until then there was a fear, there was a terror. There were a lot of people, in fact, people were saying that, until the time he went for the attack, I was totally with him. Okay. Until the time he attacked, I went against him. So I agree with him.
Okay. Colonel Sodhi, in fact, the German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, has also reiterated that this is Putin's war, and the nuclear threat in all of this is something which is only pointing towards a Russian empire which Putin wants to in fact re-erect for his people, and perhaps more so for himself. Please unmute yourself, Colonel Sodhi.
Yeah. Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So, I don't quite agree to the view that Putin wants to convert Russia into what the erstwhile USSR was, because that would be a very tall order. But yes, definitely, I totally agree to the point that he is very much concerned about the security at his doorstep. And this he has not been sounding since few days or few months. He's been doing it since long. 2014, when he annexed Crimea, later on he started giving support to the people in Donbass area. I mean, Ukraine government should have got the wind of it that what are his, real fears. rather than address the fears, knowing that they are the neighboring country of one of the two world superpowers. They took it pretty lightly. I would also say that when to the build-up of the attack on 24th February, when the build-up was taking place of the Russian forces, none of the intelligence agencies, either the West or the Ukraine government, picked up the right signals that there is going to be a war. Vineet, I was part of Parakram, the largest mobilization of the Indian Army in the aftermath of the Parliament attack. The orders for Parakram mobilization came on 18 December 2001. It took us few days and few weeks to mobilize, and I was part of it. And I can tell you that when mobilization is done, it is not a child's play.
Colonel Sodhi.
18th December 2001, when the Indian Army was mobilized for Parakram as the aftermath of the attack on the Parliament. This mobilization of Parakram was the biggest mobilization of the Indian Army. Mobilization of the order of the Russian Army getting on the borders of the Ukraine and no one picking it up, well, I find it very difficult to digest. What I feel is that the Western intelligence agencies picked it up. They knew very well Putin will enter Ukraine. But Ukraine was given a false hope that nothing will happen to you. He will not enter. If he does, we'll be there. We'll take care of it. Because the interest of the West and America was something else. The interest of West and America was not the safety of Ukraine. It was their own self-interest. Whether it is the arms manufacturing, out of the 10 biggest arms manufacturers in the world, 7 are based in Western Europe and in USA. So for them, it's a business. If there's no war, no arms are manufactured. Till the time there is strife, there is violence, the guns are used, weapon systems are made, it is a roaring business for them. It all boils down to economics. Economics for the arms manufacturing company. We all know that how powerful the gun lobby or the arms lobby in the US is. In spite of the best effort by the American presidents, no one has been able to put a control on the weapons, on the guns. People can walk up to a shelf to a departmental store, purchase one of the latest machine guns, come, and we see the mayhem which happens. In India, on the other hand, there is so much of checks and balances. It is not easy to purchase a professional weapon. That is the difference. So the arms lobby there is very powerful, and this is what is dictating this entire catastrophe. In fact, in last month, the chief executive officer of Lockheed Martin, one of the world's biggest arms manufacturers, said that the impending Ukraine-Russian war will be immense business opportunities for us. They are looking from the business point of view. Well, this is not business anymore. People are dying by the dime and dozen every day. Ukraine is getting destroyed. It is the president of Ukraine who now has to take a call. He doesn't have to listen to either America or to NATO or to anyone else. He has to see what is good for his country. That is what is matured leadership. You know, Vineet, one colleague of mine, Captain Arvind Vikram Singh, Shaurya Chakra, he's no more. As a young captain, posted in the Kashmir Valley, he was on a patrol, and there were few Jawans under his command. They were moving in a single file, and they were crossing a very fast-flowing stream. The water was very fast-flowing. They were crossing a small, kind of a bridge on it, not a bridge, but a small, makeshift bridge. One of the soldiers under Captain Vikram Singh's command, he fell down in the rushing water. Captain Vikram Singh, unmindful of his personal security, jumped, saved the soldier. In the process, he sacrificed his life. He was awarded a Shaurya Chakra. What I'm saying, that as a young captain, he saw that the safety of the men he is commanding is of utmost importance. Beneath that is the, Chetwood motto, which is there in the Indian Military Academy, Dehradun, from where the gentlemen cadets pass to become officers. We all have to abide by the Chetwood motto. The Chetwood motto says, the welfare and honor of your country comes first, always and every time. The comfort of the troops you command comes next. Your own safety and honor comes last, always and every time. I think President Zelensky should be given a copy of the Chetwood motto. I think it's high time that he stop the destruction and death that is happening in this country.
Right, absolutely. And